Your Excellencies, invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen, one more time I'd like to very respectfully recognize the chairman of the organizing committee of this epoch-making occasion and who is also the secretary to the government of the Federation, His Excellency, Dr. George Akume. You're welcome, Your Excellency. I'd like to also very specially recognize in our midst at this great occasion, the 64th Independence Day celebration of our dear nation, Nigeria. I want to recognize the presence of former Vice President of Nigeria, Nnamdi Sambo. You're welcome, Your Excellency. The Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Senate President, Speaker, House of Representatives, Your Lordship, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Honorable Ministers, Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chiefs, and the Inspector General of Police, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, very senior officers, both serving and retired, distinguished invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen, very soon we will have a climax to the arrival of dignitaries for this epoch-making event in this historic milestone of our great nation, Nigeria, with the arrival of the special guest of honor, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. Please, as always, when we announce his arrival, I request very humbly that in absolute deference to his exalted office and his person, we should rise to our feet when the band renders the national anthem. While the national anthem is played, tell band to stop. Tell band to stop. Thank you very much, band. Your Excellencies, invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to inform you that the special guest of honor will be ushered into this historic arena by the police mounted troops as well as the Guards Brigade bagpipers with their attire known as the kilt, and they will usher in the special guest of honor with the Scottish melody known as Scotland the Brave, composed by Harry Lauder in 1950. Talk about the Guards Brigade bagpipers. The employment of these bagpipers dates back to the 20th century in Scotland, when it was played to honor Her Royal Majesty the Queen of England. The pipers were introduced into the Nigerian Army in 2007 by Major General H.M. Zama, retired, the then Commandant of the Nigerian Defense Academy. Today on parade, we have the Guards Brigade bagpipers, which was introduced to the Guards Brigade by the then Commander Guards Brigade, Major General B.M. Mongono in 2009, but commissioned and launched by the former Commander Guards Brigade, Major General Lemes Yusuf, in the year 2015. Since then, the Guards Brigade bagpipers have been used during national and presidential parades to usher in the president and visiting presidents to Nigeria on state visit. The Guards Brigade bagpipers is being commanded by Captain K. Bua. Owing to the respect attributed to the national anthem and the exalted office of the president, Your Excellencies, the gentlemen, the special guest of honor is at the quarter guard, and any moment from now, we will have him with us. Christ. Can I tell them to sit down before they play the national anthem? There's no need. They will remain standing. Officers and warrant officers in uniform are to salute while the national anthem is being played. Your Excellencies, invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem we just listened to is to herald the special guest of honor. The parade commander has marched forward, Lieutenant Colonel Moshood Abiodun, on his stallion to submit the state of officers and men on parade. You're blocking view. No. He walk out.
Very high standard of drill and turnout is always very high standard of drill and turnout is always very high standard of drill and turnout is always to be Nigeria's independence. On parade today are 7 officers, 96 other ranks, and 4 colors. These colors are the national color, the Army, Navy, and Air Force colors, symbolizing the sovereignty and strength of Nigeria. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as earlier announced, there are 2 guards for today's occasion alongside the color party. You can see the special guest of honor taking a very close look at the number 1 guard as he proceeds. Compliment being paid there to the colors in absolute respect as we celebrate Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary. Today, the first day of October, year 2024. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, shortly the inspection will be over and the parade commander will seek permission from the special guest of honor to proceed with the rest of the parade, and we shall be witnessing that shortly. Presidential permission has been sought and graciously granted there by His Excellency, the Special Guest of Honor, at the end of the inspection. You can see the Special Guest of Honor being led there by the Commander Guards Brigade to take his seat at the VIP stand, while the parade commander proceeds to mount his horse to proceed with the rest of the parade. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, with the inspection of the Guard of Honor by the Special Guest of Honor over, the parade will systematically transit to the change of guards parade phase of this all-important occasion. Please, happy viewing. In the ceremony, above all, the parade and the actual change of guards are designed to enforce rest and release. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, is still events unfolding here at the forecourt of the Presidential Villa, where activities climaxing the 64th Independence Anniversary of our dear country, Nigeria. And the troops are now about to reform as they prepare to commence the change of guards parade. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please, happy viewing. Your Excellency, the very special guest of honor, most distinguished invited guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, the troops have reformed as they prepare to commence the change of guards parade. It may interest you to know that the parade commander for today's occasion is Lieutenant Colonel Moshood Abiodun Yusuf. He was born on 30th May 1984 in Shomolu, Lagos State. and hails from Ikene local government area of Ogun State. Lieutenant Colonel M.A. Yusuf was admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy in September 2002 and subsequently granted regular combatant commission as a member of 54th Regular Combatant Corps on 30th September 2006. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting from the Nigerian Defense Academy and a Master of Science degree in Defense and International Politics from Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College. He is of the Infantry Corps. Lieutenant Colonel M.A. Yusuf is happily married with children. At his leisure, he enjoys playing lawn tennis, watching, playing football, as well as horse riding. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, that was an abridged version of the curriculum vitae for the commander for today's occasion, Lieutenant Colonel Moshood Abiodun Yusuf. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, what you are witnessing now is a special presidential change of guards commencing with the dressing of both old and new guards from the left and right of the special guest of honor sitting position. The old guard represent the British Army before Nigeria gained independence in 1960, while the new guard represent what we know today as the Nigerian. The old guard Commander Major Chizi Success Nnamdi just dressed the guards, and any moment from now, the old and new guard commanders will proceed to inspect the guards. The inspection of the old guard is conducted to confirm the strength and combat efficiency of the outgoing guards for possible reinforcement and replenishment, while the new guard is inspected to ascertain the strength and combat readiness of the incoming security guard. It equally affords the new guard commander the opportunity of having personal contact with the soldiers resuming duty with him as he inspects the guard. We can now see the new and old guard commanders, Major Jamil Man Issa and Major Chizi Success Nnamdi, with their company sergeant majors marching there for the inspection of the guards. The company sergeant major for the new guard is Warrant Officer Abubakar Mani, and the company sergeant major for the old guard is Warrant Officer Samson Swang. The company sergeant major sees to the implementation of instructions from the guard commanders as it relates to the discipline, conduct, and administration of the troops throughout the duration of the duty. The new guard commander is Major Jamil Man Issa, and he was born into the family of architect Adamu Man Issa and barrister Mero Man Issa on November 1997 in Minna, Niger State. He hails from Bida local government area of Niger State, and he attended Maipa Nursery and Primary School, Minna, and later proceeded to New Horizons College, Minna. He was admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy on 3rd September 2016. As a member of 68th Regular Combatant Corps on 19th of October year 2021 and subsequently granted Regular Combatant Commission. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Geography from the Nigerian Defense Academy. He is of the Infantry Corps. Major Jamil Man Issa is married, and his hobbies include playing and watching football, horse riding, as well as traveling. The Old Guard is commanded by Major Chizzy Success Nnamdi, and he was born on 5th May 1997 in Emoha local government area of Rivers State. He attended Federal Government College Staff Primary School, Ikom from 2003 to 2008, and later proceeded to Federal Government College Secondary School, Ikom, Cross River State from 2009 to 2014. Major Chizzy was admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy on 3rd September 2016 as a member of 68 regular course on 8th October 2021 and subsequently granted regular combatant commission. He holds a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Mechanical Engineering from the Nigerian Defense Academy. He is of the Infantry Corps. Major Nnamdi is single, and at his leisure, he enjoys listening to people, learning new things, playing video games, as well as driving. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, that was an abridged version of the curriculum vitae for the Guard Commanders for today's occasion. Continue with the inspection, and shortly the inspection will be over. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Guard Commanders have just finished inspecting the security guards. At this juncture, the incoming and outgoing security guards have now been inspected and ready for taking and handing over duty. Shortly, the new Guard Commander will inspect the weapons of the quarter guard in preparation for their duties. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as the new Guard Commander proceeds for the inspection, it may interest you to know that the inspection of the quarter guard, just like the security guard, is carried out to ensure that the incoming quarter guard is composed, disciplined, with well-turned out and complete soldiers. However, this set of inspection involves the turnout and conduct of the normal safety precaution to ensure that the personal weapons are clean, safe, and in serviceable conditions. The quarter guard is always the first point of contact, and it is believed that the impression people have on a unit quarter guard has a direct bearing on the overall impression of the entire unit. Hence, the need for turning out a composed, alert, and professional quarter guard at all times. The inspection is over, and we can see the new Guard Commander marching in slow time back to his position to proceed with other directives. new guard commander calls all to shun and orders the new guard commander calls all to shun and orders the orderly sergeant, orderly corporal, and the quartergastic orderly to fall out. The orderly sergeant and corporal are to quickly prepare the duty detail of the security guard before the end of the parade to enable individual soldiers know the duty location and the acts to deploy and secure troops. Your Excellency,
After the three teachers.
the four Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the four beats from the bass drum on parade we heard a while ago signifies the commencement of the color patrol. And on parade is the highly revered component of regimentation, the color party, which comprises of the ensigns, escort to the colors, and the parade regimental sergeant majors. We interest you to know that when the colors of a unit or formation in the armed forces are on patrol, the entire unit or formation remain on very high alert all through. Today's full color patrol, which comprises the whole colors of the nation and the armed forces, symbolizes that the armed forces of Nigeria are very much alert to defend the territorial integrity of Nigeria at all costs. As earlier mentioned, there are four colors on parade today, and these colors are carried by commissioned officers known as ensigns to the colors. The ensign to the national color is Captain Buanu Danladi, was born on 10th August 1996 into the family of architect and Mrs. Danladi Musa. He is an indigene of Kumi local government area of Taraba State. He gained admission into the Nigerian Defense Academy on 27 September 2014 as a member of 66 regular course and was commissioned on 5th October 2019 to the rank of a second lieutenant in the Army and posted to the Nigerian Infantry Corps. Captain Danladi holds a Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering from Nigerian Defense Academy. Captain Danladi is happily married and his hobbies are reading, swimming, as well as listening to music. The ensign to the regimental colors of the Nigerian Army is Captain Idopise Marcus Ekong. He was born on the 22nd July 1985 in Nungodo, Ibesipo. He hails from Ibesipo, Asutan local government area of Akwa Ibom State. Captain Ekong was admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy in January 2014 as a member of Short Service Course 42 on 13 September 2014. He holds a Bachelor of Art degree in Visual Arts and Technology from Cross River State University of Technology. He is of the Infantry Corps. Captain I.M. Ekong is happily married with two boys and he enjoys playing, watching football as well as swimming. The ensign to the Naval Regimental Color is Navy Lieutenant O.P. Apelu. Lieutenant Okereke Philip Apelu was born on 7 July 1992 into the family of late Katkis Apelu Okereke Hyacinth and Ezine Lucy in Omodo, Ebeda local government area of Rivers State. Lieutenant Apelu was admitted into the Kensaroriwa Polytechnic in January 2012 and subsequently graduated on 16 December 2016 with a higher national diploma in mass communication. He is a member of Director Service Course 28. He is of the Executive Branch in the Department of Information. Navy Lieutenant Apelu is single. At his leisure, he enjoys watching and playing football, cooking, driving, listening to music, as well as traveling. And the ensign to the regimental color of the Air Force is Flight Lieutenant Samuel Odafe Abe. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please may we all rise in absolute respect to the colors, while officers in warrant officers in uniform are to salute. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you may please take your seats. Thank you. The ensign to the regimental colors of the Air Force is Flight Lieutenant Samuel Odafe Abe. He was born on 1st February 1996 in Kaduna State and hails from Ugeli South local government area of Delta State. Flight Lieutenant S.O. Abe was admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy in September 2014 and was subsequently granted regular combatant commission as a member of 66 regular combatant corps on 7th October 2019. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Science from the Nigerian Defense Academy. Flight Lieutenant S.O. Abe is single, and at his leisure he enjoys watching and playing football as well as singing and listening to music. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, that was an abridged version of the curriculum vitae for the ensigns to the colors for today's parade. We also have escorts to the colors and the parade regimental sergeant majors as part of the component of the color parties. Behind the national and regimental colors of the Nigerian Army is Master Warrant Officer Tadros Ridwa. Behind the Nigerian Navy color is Master Warrant Officer Adache Uboji, and behind the Nigerian Air Force color is Master Warrant Officer. While we enjoy the color patrol, permit me to give you a short background on the history and significance of color patrol. At independence on 1st October 1960, the Nigerian national color and the services colors were first paraded in a symbolic and prestigious military parade known as the Color Patrol, symbolizing the unity and pride of the military as well as the nation as a whole. Since then, the national color and the services regimental colors have replaced the British colors during ceremonial parades. These colors are typically consecrated or blessed to instill spiritual significance and reinforce the commitment and solemnity of the role they represent. Ordinarily, the colors are marched on parade during regimental and national parades, and during these parades, the colors forming a color party marches as a component of the parade. However, during change of guards parade like what we are witnessing today, the national and services regimental colors are patrolled in honor of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and in absolute deference to his exalted office. The color patrol is usually made up of selected group of officers and soldiers who are chosen based on their discipline and military bearing. They undergo special training to ensure precision, uniformity, and ceremonial excellence. Overall, the color patrol in the Nigerian Armed Forces serve as a visible symbol of national and military pride, honor, and tradition. It reinforces the importance of the armed forces role in protecting the nation and upholding its values, while also showcasing the country's military heritage and identity. The color patrol is often done by Guards Brigade during the weekly change of guards parade at the Presidential Villa here and the National Arcade. However, only the national and the Nigerian Army regimental colors are paraded during the weekly change of guards. The Combined Services Color Patrol, which includes the national color, Nigerian Army, Navy, and Air Force, is indeed a unique innovation that was first introduced in the historic Nigeria's 63rd Independence Anniversary Parade in the year 2023. As we sit back and enjoy the parade by these amazing ensigns to the colors, you will recall that before Nigeria's independence 64 years ago, Nigeria had three regions. That is, the northern, eastern, and western region administered by Nigerians who superintended as premiers for 6 years. Nigerians, however, could not wait to collect the mantle of leadership at the center from the last British Governor General of Nigeria in the person of Sir James Robertson. It was thus not surprising that the elaborate preparations were made across the country for the historic occasion. There was joy and anxiety as ululating Nigerians stormed the famous Tafawa Balewa Square in Lagos to witness and partake in the celebration of the independence of Nigeria on 1st October 1960. Since then, Nigeria has celebrated its independence anniversary on 1st October of every year till date. Any moment from now, the ensigns will retreat back to their starting points and conclude the color patrol. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please happy viewing. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for the ensigns as they conclude the color patrol. Thank you very much. Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished invited guests, very senior officers, members of the diplomatic corps, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the color patrol, we can see the parade commander taking his new position as he awaits the report of the new and old guard commanders. We shall be witnessing that shortly. No. Both the old and new guard commanders are now marching forward to submit the handing and taking over reports to the parade commander. The parade commander just confirmed that they properly handed and took over correctly and ordered them to join their respective guards. Shortly, the parade commander would order the guards to reform, and this is to pave way for other displays to commence. Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, it is the 64th Independence Anniversary celebration of our dear country, Nigeria, happening here live at the forecourt of the Presidential Villa. We just listened to the parade commander giving orders for the guards to march in slow time. This is to enable them reform and pave way for the commencement of other displays. And shortly, we shall witness the display by the Guards Brigade Silent Drill Platoon. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please, happy viewing. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, breaking out brazenly off the guards is the Guards Brigade Silent Drill Platoon. The platoon consists of both male and female soldiers of Guards Brigade Nigerian Army. The purpose of the Silent Drill Platoon is to exemplify the discipline and professionalism of the Nigerian Army. It is a variant of drill that involves complex marching sequences which usually deviate from drill used in the course of ordinary parades. In the course of the drill, we shall witness the synchronization of steps and good mastery of weapons without issuing of orders, as the name Silent Drill implies. Excellent foot drill, special rifle drill, precision, dexterity, as well as discipline shall be exhibited by the Guards Brigade Silent Drill Platoon. Compliment being paid there to the special guest of honor before the commencement of the display by the Gas Brigade Silent Drill Platoon.
Variant of drill that involves complex matching sequence, usually mass produced in the course of ordinary parades.
Beautiful. Please, a resounding round of applause for the Gas Brigade Silent Drill Platoon. The formation just adopted there is 6-4, symbolizes Nigeria's 64th Independence Day Anniversary Parade Year 2024. Please, another resounding round of applause for the Silent Drill Platoon of Gas Brigade Nigerian Army for that beautiful formation adopted there. Thank you. And once again, compliment being paid to the special guest of honor, signaling the end of their display today, the first day of October, year 2024. Please, a round of applause for the Gas Brigade Silent Drill Platoon. Thank you. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is still the 64th Independence Anniversary celebration of our dear country, Nigeria, happening here live at the forecourt of the Presidential Villa. What we just witnessed was a display by the Silent Drill Platoon of Gas Brigade Nigerian Army. May also interest you to know that the Silent Drill Platoon has also performed at the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo in Scotland, United Kingdom in the year 2019. At the end of the performance by the Guards Brigade Silent Drill Platoon, they are now marching in slow time to marry up with the guards that they detached from earlier before the commencement of the display. This is to enable them pave way for the performance by the mass band and the cultural troupe. Thank you very much, the Guards Brigade Silent Drill Platoon. Next on our program will be the performance by the Combined Mass Band and the Cultural Troupe, representing the 6 geopolitical zones and the Federal Capital Territory. We shall be witnessing that shortly as we wait for the commencement . At this juncture, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to hand over the microphone to my co-announcer in the commentary desk, Colonel Adebanjo, retired.
Excellency, the special guest of honor and President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces Federal Republic of Nigeria. Invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen, this combined display from the mass band that we are witnessing now will come with the cultural troupe. This display is showing the mass band in a unique performance with the cultural troupe. The mass band will march forward to entertain this special guest of honor. The mass band has formed the file formation, just like we have all-round defense, showing how the military protects civilians, and also this information is to pave way for the cultural display. Your Excellencies, invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen, the performance you are about to witness is a cultural performance put together by the cultural troupe. The cultural teams are coming to entertain us with displays from the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. Excellency, the special guest of honor, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the boat Nigeria is sailing as it's being paddled by all the tribes, all the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. The boat is sailing to the promised destination, having the treasure of the land in it. Now the boat various cultural displays shall be performed by a group of artists under the Afri Theatre and Snow Plus Media, under the artistic directorship of Opeyemi Alaba Olaore. We have leading the pack are the Ohafia warriors from the southeastern part of our great nation, Nigeria. The Ohafia warriors symbolize our strength as a nation. They are protecting our collective capacity, the land, as well as the territorial integrity of our great nation against external aggression and all forces. The Ohafia warriors are displaying their ability, their agility, their strength and capacity to do as the nation demands of them. Moving from left to right and ensuring that the land is fully protected. The Ohafia warriors are doing their best and preparing themselves to go lift the national treasure for the world to see. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the Ohafia warriors bending to lift the national treasure with all their might, with all their strength. Lift, 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 lift. But they cannot do it all by themselves. The southeastern part of Nigeria has just shown us that one region alone cannot lift the national treasure. As they pave the way and leave the stage, the Ohafia warriors have given way for the protected farmer dancers from the northeast of Nigeria. The protected farmer dancers are showcasing the fertile land of our nation, Nigeria, and the rich agricultural economy of the nation. You can see the men with hoes representing giant agricultural machinery to do large-scale farming. Also, we see the women coming closely on their heels to harvest the crops. The men haven't done their bit about clearing the land and planting the crops, have come out with their cutlasses and cutting all forms of opposition against our nation. The protected farmer dancers from northeast Nigeria are doing their best, and they have now gone on their own to lift the national treasure. They are lifting the national treasure. Lift, lift, lift. Oh no, the northeast of Nigeria has just shown that all by itself it cannot lift the national treasure. And as they leave, the elegant Nupe maidens from north central Nigeria are taking over. Elegant Nupe maidens all the way from north central Nigeria. They have come to show the elegance. They have come to show the beauty. And above all, they have come to show the great contributions of Nigerian women to nation building. No doubt, Nigerian women are playing their part. They have played their part, and they will continue to play their part in nation building. Please enjoy the elegant Nupe maidens from North Central Nigeria. Showcase their ability. There you have the elegant Nupe maidens. And very soon they will also attempt on behalf of the North Central Nigeria to lift the national treasure. But just before then, they will change the rhythm of the beat to show their ability, to show their agility. All right, here we go. Showing their strength, the strength of the Nigerian woman, the ability to do what may appear impossible to others. The elegant Nupe maidens from North Central Nigeria are about to lift what men cannot do. The women should be able to do. Lift. Oh, it's obvious that the North Central part of Nigeria alone cannot lift the national treasure. And so, they will pave the way, leave the center stage, and allow the Apepe dancers, as they leave, Apepe dancers representing the southwest region of Nigeria, coming with their traditional Iro and Buba with Gele. The Apepe dancers are taking the center stage. First, they will demonstrate their strength. They will demonstrate their brain and their brawn and ability to lift the national treasure. Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, Your Excellency, members of the diplomatic corps, invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, enjoy the Apepe dancers. Apepe dancers representing the southwest of Nigeria, any moment from now, will make their way towards the national treasure and they will attempt to lift it all by themselves. The southwest of Nigeria, another set of women, women of power and strength, lift, lift, lift. But they cannot do it all by themselves. It shows the southwest Nigeria alone cannot lift the national treasure. So we will have the Koroso dancers, also very agile. Their agility is legendary. The Koroso dancers of northwest Nigeria are showcasing the strength of gender equality in our nation. Both the men and the women have combined together to show us what the northwest of Nigeria can do. And like I said, in the spirit of gender equality, probably having combined together both men and women, they will be able to save Nigeria and showcase the national treasure of our nation. The special guest of honor, Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen, I will allow you to watch the Koroso dancers with all their strength. and very elegant dance steps. Any moment from now, the Koroso dancers will attempt to lift the national treasure. The Koroso dancers of Northwest Nigeria, combined men and women, lift the national treasure, lift. Oh no. The Northwest all by itself cannot lift the national treasure. That is the message that these dance troops are showing to us. Koroso dancers have paved the way. They are followed by the Nigeria fishermen dancers. Also very agile, coming all the way from the south of Nigeria. The women are leading the way, the men will follow shortly. The women are showcasing the rich blue economy of our nation, Nigeria. They are showcasing its crucially important contribution to nation building. The special guest of honor, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the dance of the South Nigeria. Their men have come in paddling very seriously, very aggressively, very assiduously, paddling to show that the South Nigeria has a capacity, has ability to lift the national treasure. Any moment from now, the men of South Nigeria will approach the national treasure, and maybe, just maybe, the South of Nigeria will be able to lift the national treasure all by itself. With paddle in hand, the women are teaming up with the men, all moving towards the national treasure and attempt to lift it. South, go, let us see you. South, display your ability. Yes, your ability, strength, lift. But the South have seen that all by themselves, they cannot lift the national treasure. All 6 geopolitical zones, Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, have now discovered that no one geopolitical region can lift the national treasure. Here we have the Jawara Pipers coming forward. The Jawara Pipers blowing on their pipes. The Jawara Pipers have come symbolizing our ideology and belief in the spirits of the land. They are conjuring the spirits of the land with their pipes. Maybe, just maybe, they will prepare the way for all the masquerades from all the geopolitical zones of the country. We have the Eyo masquerade representing the southwest region. We have the Akatakpa masquerade representing the southeast. We see the Kwahi puppet representing the north central region. And all tribes in Nigeria, having had the Jawara Pipers prepare the way to have the spirits of the land help us do what we cannot do individually. All tribes now, all tribes, all regions, All 6 political regions are moving forward. All types are being brought together to join hands and lift the national treasure. With our numerous and diverse regional economic strength, the 6 geopolitical regions have sent their representatives to lift the treasure. Lift. And they have successfully lifted it. Can we put our hands together for all Nigerians? And very soon, the young Nigerian skaters, representing the ability and capacity and the strength of the Nigerian youth, have come in their own special way to add color to what we are doing today. These skaters have distinguished themselves. The special guest of honor, Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, all of a sudden, there is joy, there is rejoicing, there is celebration in Nigeria. As we see all tribes that have come together to lift the national treasure. The cultural troop are moving, and if you watch very well, they have formed the letter N. N for Nigeria. Please help me put your hands together for the cultural troop for this wonderful display. The special guest of honor, Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. The band is now playing the song, Nigeria Should Not Get Spoiled. We will together lift the treasure. Lift your part, I will lift my part. Do your part, and I will do your part. Because Nigeria belongs to us all. Nigeria is ours. The cultural troupe have showcased unity in diversity, with the national drum ensemble being successfully lifted by all and sundry. This display, the special guest of honor, distinguished members of the diplomatic corps, ladies and gentlemen, this display was put together by Afri Theatre and Snow Plus Media under the leadership and the artistic directorship of Opeyemi Alaba Olaore. Any moment from now, the band will form up properly to take their proper place on parade. The special guest of honor, sir, members of the diplomatic corps, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, help me put the hands together for the combined band and the cultural troupe. The band is preparing for the parade to form up, and then we will have the advance in review order, after which we will have the 3 hearty cheers. Band, quickly take your position. band is taking its place, just like the parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel M.A. Yusuf, also rides his stallion to take his place in front of the parade. Excellent execution. A round of applause for this gentleman. Can we have all officers and warrant officers in uniform please salute while the national anthem is being played? Please be seated. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen, the Parade Commander, Lieutenant Colonel M.A. Yusuf, rides his stallion towards the special guest of honor to request permission to march off the color and the rest of the parade. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen, with the permission that has just been granted by the special guest of honor, we are gradually coming to the end of this unique and historic occasion, the 64th Independence Day anniversary celebration of our great nation, Nigeria. I hereby request the Commander Gas Brigade to please invite the special guest of honor to sign the anniversary cake. Cut the 64th Independence Day anniversary cake. Sign the anniversary register, I beg your pardon. Cut the 64th Independence Day anniversary cake, and thereafter release the pigeons symbolizing unity, peace, freedom, and progress. The following persons shall accompany the special guest of honor for this all-important exercise: the Vice President, the Senate President, Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Secretary to the Federation, the National Security Advisor, the Chief of Staff to the President, the Chief of Defense Staff, as well as Service Chiefs and the Inspector General of Police. Having signed the anniversary register, the special guest of honor is moving to cut the anniversary cake. How do I see when they release the pictures? Okay, I'll see them flying. Can we please be seated, please? Please be seated. Please be seated. Huh? They will sit when he's going. You know, it's not that he will go. Once he signs, he goes. A round of applause. Having signed the anniversary register, cut the anniversary cake, and released the pigeon, the special guest of honor will make his way out of the arena. Your Excellencies, the special guest of honor, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen, please, as a mark of respect and in deference to the person and exalted office of the very special guest of honor, His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, I very humbly request that we remain in our positions as the special guest of honor leaves the arena. We should please remain in our position. Thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Your Excellency, the Vice President, the Senate President, and the Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, the Chief Justice of the Federation, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Honorable Ministers, the Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chiefs, distinguished invited guests, distinguished Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Central Organizing Committee, members of the Nigerian Armed Forces, the Nigerian Police, and other security organizations and agencies, we appreciate the special guest of honor, members of the Diplomatic Corps, all our invited guests, and very distinguished Nigerians for being with us to mark this historic occasion. We pray and hope that you will join us next year to celebrate yet another Independence Day anniversary of our great nation, Nigeria. We wish you all journey mercies back to your various destinations. Bringing you live commentaries from the forecourt of the Presidential Villa are your compares for this 64th Independence Anniversary celebration, Captain Godfrey Anebi Abakpa. Our Assistant Director, Army Public Relations, Guards Brigade, and my humble self, Colonel Olufumilade Adewumi Adebanjo, retired, former Director, Research and Development, Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria. We were ably assisted by Lieutenant Bilkisu Odunayo Olokodano. Together we say a very big thank you to you all. God bless you.